Hello again, everyone, and basketball greetings from Port Huron Northern High School, where tonight the 8-8 Huskies take on the visiting 13-3 Port Huron High Big Reds. When we last saw these two teams, it was a scrappy, right down to the wire type of game that caused the Huskies to see red. Will that happen again, or will the Huskies be on the prowl? The answer is next. Good evening, everyone. This is CPHS, Channel 6, Derek Work, the Big D, Tom Hyja. Well, the big story about these two teams, Tom. Port Huron High Big Reds 13-3. Let's talk about why.
Well, it's fun to watch these two play anyway, but 13-3, boy, it's awful hard to argue with. They've really pulled their season together after, I think we talked earlier about Port Huron High being 1-2 at one point, really rallying together, coming in together as a team and really getting those wins out of the way. And once you get the freight train rolling like that, she's hard to stop.
Off the tip, ball controlled Big Reds, and here we go. C.J. Miller, highly touted point guard for the team and also a senior. Now to field. Good with the ball out here, as we mentioned. In previous weeks, Miller, pull-up jumper, no off rim, fighting for the rebound. Thad Anderson fighting with it down there. Jump ball, possession arrow favors the Huskies. And they'll get the ball right back. Some keys to winning, Tom, for Port Huron, simple. You got to play a solid game, I believe. Don't get sloppy, and obviously we got to include this discipline, a big, big factor.
Well, when they play discipline, they don't lose. That's just how it is this season. When they play together as a team and as a unit, they're tough to beat.
Andy Grant, pull-up jumper, the other way, rebound, no, instead field. Outside Collier now, up, no, but he's fouled. First foul of the game, I believe it's on Weimer down there. Very good crowd on hand, as you would expect for a crosstown rival. Both sides, packed.
Well, sure, and this is even more packed than the first game earlier in the season.
Foul there, number 30, actually. Chad Winkler is first. And obviously the team first. Another key to winning, I believe, you got to get your star players involved, for the Port Huron High Big Reds, that is, and they've got to be patient in doing so. I mean, you've got great players in Collier, who's at the line now, Jared Johnson, C.J. Miller. Getting them involved is key.
Well, to me, C.J. Miller is the key to this Port Huron High team. He's their leader. He's their general. He's the one that brings that ball down the court 99% of the time. If he's having a good game, the rest of the team will follow.
Collier missed the first. He's doing his second right now. 7:30 to play. No score yet in this one. And he makes the second, splits them both. 1-0 is the score here. Early going. Grant, good cross-court passing here by the Huskies. Korf brings that ball in, up off the glass and good. Well, he's got to be one of the keys, you figure, for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. You got Korf, Winkler, you got Weimer, these swing men. They're good inside, they're good outside. They've got to focus on both aspects.
Well, and to be realistic, these guys have to play their best game of the year to beat this Big Red team. They have to play the game that Northern wants to play. They can't let the Big Reds run up and down the court on them. If those three guys, Weimer and his friends there, can keep this tempo in their court, they'll be all right.
Adam Roach came down and popped a tray for the Big Reds. Back the other way now. A couple, 3 tries for the Huskies. No. Strong rebound there. Collier brings it out. Miller tries to cut in. Pull-up jumper. Yes, off the glass. Get used to that, folks. We'll see a bit of that.
Well, you can tell the Big Reds team is really relying on a lot of confidence that they deserve. They've earned it, but they have the confidence to take some of these shots that you wouldn't normally see a team take.
Grant with the ball now, top of the key. Outside to give to Winkler. Now Anderson, right into Korf. Nice pass off glass and good. Now Port Huron back the other way. This is Cook. Out to Miller again. Kind of a shovel pass. Field, not really his territory, puts it up anyway, and he got it. A good sign to see the big men who usually shine down low out there shooting well.
Well, you're having a good day when a guy like your center, Richard Fields, when he is taking them down, putting some points up that isn't in the alley there, you're going to have a decent day.
Grant tried to go in, stolen instead. Miller back the other way. Up and in. Well, these guys have really been playing well, and you're starting to get a taste, and we're seeing about what they're all about.
Well, Port Huron Northern's really going to have to contain this Big Red team soon, because with the confidence and the win streak that they're having and they're on, once they get on a roll, boy, they must be hard to get off.
No doubt, definitely stepping in foul there. 54, Josh Collier. I believe that'll be his first. Well, another key to winning, I said, for the Port Huron High Big Reds, obviously don't get into foul trouble. The man who just hit that jump shot, Field, can sometimes get there. That's another big key. Pass in. Korf off the glass. And another deuce for the Huskies. They're showing some good signs of passing here in the early going. They're going to have to.
Well, they are tacticians of the pass, that's for sure. They can really get a good passing game going. They're going to need it.
He's definitely a big key to this game. Nate Korf, I believe he's got all 6 points right now for the Huskies. This Collier, no, tries to fight for his own rebound. Instead, Weimer ends up with it. They go the other way, fast break, 3-on-1. Up in, Grants off the glass, 10-8. It can get pretty loud in this place tonight, can't it?
Well, it just seems to echo. Everything just seems to be pointed into this booth that we're, upstairs here. And when both sides of the crowds are going, it's hard to hear, and it must be a great place to play if you're just down there playing.
Yeah, the band's here on one side. Got both high schools cheering like crazy, packed. I don't see any open seats. Richard Field, another open jump shot.
Wow. Those are bonus points when your big man's draining them.
Right, and he's good with the ball out there, too. Grant, great speed the other way. What an exciting start to this game. 13-3 Big Reds, 8-8 the Huskies. As you see, Miller put up a jumper, rebound Korf. Big difference in the records, Tom, but certainly not in the way they're playing here in the early going.
Well, Northern's a very disciplined, very well-organized team. Coach Jamison sees to that.
Grant took it in, penetrated, fighting hard for the rebound now, off Korf. And it'll go back the other way. The ball belongs to the Port Huron High Big Reds.
And I know I called Fields one of their big men. And that's for a lack of a better word, because on any other team, he's one of your, go-to guys. It's just he's on a team that's pretty deep with talent.
Number 22, Jordan Biga checking in. For, I believe, Roach, who had a big jump shot, I believe a 3 in the early going for the Big Reds. 12-10 now, 3:43 ticks to play first quarter. Ball stolen here. No, instead picked up again. Field actually checked that. Collier got in there, layup off the glass and good.
Oh, nice fake pass, gave him a little room. Real simple layup after that.
Winkler got it half court, now off to Korf. 3:24 ticks first quarter, 14-10. Big Reds on top. Thad Anderson tries to get that ball inside, and I believe out on the Huskies. Oh, they're arguing like crazy. I believe they changed the call.
Yeah, it was, sometimes the crowd can sway the officials' thought, but I know the crowd on the northern side didn't agree with the call at all.
So they'll inbound the ball now. Korf, he's got to watch that 5-second. Grant with it now, top of the key. Trying to set up a play here. Guarded by Biga. Outside Weimer. Got the ball swiped and a foul on C.J. Miller reaching in. That's his first. He gets into it, doesn't he? He really does.
Well, anytime you get a player that's that passionate about the game, and, you look at that guy, all he does all summer long is practice dribbling and ball handling. That guy with that much passion of the game, he's going to get some emotional breakouts occasionally.
Weimer at the net line now for the Huskies. Obviously, C.J. Miller factor. We're talking about him so far quite a bit. I think keys to winning for the Port Huron Northern Huskies, you've got to know where this guy is at all times, particularly when he's guarding you, because of the fact that he can get those steals.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's tough on the dribble. He's hard to see because he's not as tall as everybody. He's quick as lightning. You really do have to keep your eye on him.
Well, on the rebound, I believe Richard Field stepped awkwardly down, and he is not putting any pressure on that right foot. We'll see what happens there. Maybe get an injury update for you there at the half, but checking in, Jared Johnson.
Well, you see that a lot. You see a lot of basketball players, when they come down on someone else's foot, a little bit off-centered, a little bit off, the way they normally land, and a twisted ankle usually happens. Probably nothing serious, probably just a simple twisted ankle. Still hurts.
Miller again with the basketball. Down below us, now they get it back to Miller. Outside Cook, yes. Actually, Biga, check that. Jordan Biga with the deuce. Off the glass now, 16-11 score. Big Reds on top of the Huskies. Winkler got the ball outside. Weimer thought about it. No, instead comes in, off glass, fouled. He'll go to the line.
Well, that last basket for the Big Reds, that's why if I'm starting a team, I have C.J. Miller on it. He's a total team player. He dished that ball when he didn't have to. He does the smart things.
Another key to winning, I said for the Port Huron Northern Huskies, Tom, they've got to be solid, I believe, throughout the entire game and not just a few quarters. We've seen some second half collapses by them this season, and a big tribute there to why they're only 8-8 when they could be, you know, maybe even, 10-6, maybe 11-5.
Well, I would say so. I mean, their record is a little bit misleading because I think the Huskies are a lot better team than 8-8. They've just let a couple slip through their fingers. And that's why you have to, when you go to play a basketball game or a football game or whatever high school game, you have to take it because each one is precious, and you want to win them all because they all count.
Miller, outside again now, Biga. 2:15 to play, first quarter, 16-13. Miller puts it up, off rim, rebound, Grant. Back the other way, trailing by 3, here come the Huskies. Weimer pulls up, this would tie, no rim at all. And they're chanting air ball over here, and they're letting them know about it. Back the other way, Biga gets his own rebound, missed. And back the other way comes Grant, who's smartly, I think, going to slow down the tempo.
Oh, you have to. You don't want to run with the Port Huron High Big Reds.
Everybody but you chanted air ball on that one.
Hell,
They get the ball inside again, the Corp. Just about impossible to stop down low there, 16-15.
Generally, if you throw the pill up and it misses the whole cabinet, people let you know.
Certainly not Corf there, though. Roger Williams has checked in for the Huskies. We have a travel on the Big Reds.
Checking in for the Big Reds, number 24.
Reggie Flowers going to check in for the Big Reds now. Backup quarterback in the football team, might I add.
And for your Huskies.
We, as always, look forward to the MHSAA football season coming up. We usually do the games.
Definitely. Roger Williams, top of the key. Now out Weimer. Thad Anderson looking down low to Corf again. They're trying to establish him down low quite a bit. Weimer, jump. No, a couple dribbles off the rim there. Out of bounds. Huskies going to keep it.
Well, that's a 50-50 shot. Half the time that thing dribbles in, half it dribbles out.
Now, a couple little bounces off the rim. You're rooting for it to go. It kind of frustrating sometimes, I would think. Into Corf again, he missed one. Rebound, Jared Johnson, out Flowers. Now to Biga. Slows it down. Stopping, starting. Miller got the pass off and fouled before he got it off. Oh, this is, we should mention, our last basketball game of the season.
Yeah.
We've done, what, 6 or 7 of them, certainly.
Yeah, we've and we've done more broadcasts this year than we've done in years past,
Yes.
that's for sure.
A combined, I don't know how many years between us
A
now.
lot now.
Always a pleasure, though. CPHS Channel 6.
Oh, sure. Sooner or later, they'll kick us out of here.
Shall we honor the seniors tonight? Probably second half, we probably should do that, as we do in football. Miller tries to get inside, spin move, yes, off the glass, got some help from the rim, and he'll go to the line and shoot one, plus the basket. A fan down there courtside came almost on the court. He was so pumped up
I
about
was
that
watching
one.
that. you gotta keep it in the stands.
Maybe some kind of a connection there with C.J. Miller, but
Well, I'm excited too, but I'm not jumping out of the boat.
he's got some funky shoes, doesn't he? Those are awesome.
Oh, they're shiny.
Yeah. 3-point play completed, C.J. Miller. 33 seconds now to go, first half. 19-15, Big Reds on top. Grant with it, a couple crossover dribbles to avoid the pesky C.J. Miller. We call him the Gnat.
He's, you have to do something.
Huskies with the immediate answer. They get it down low inside. Thad Anderson puts it up, got the basket in. He'll go to the line for one.
I mean, I know I wouldn't want to get into a ball control contest with Mr. Miller.
Team 4, the Corp at the line, complete.
You sense the Big Reds want to get this thing wide open, but the Huskies certainly staying close. Expect this to be a dogfight right to the end, as game one was. Well, the Northern crowd wants a walk there on Collier. Miller puts up a 3 off rim. A rebound, Grant, 6 seconds to go. 5, 4. A pass, yes. Off glass, Vince Ledesma, who checked in, got the hoop just before the end of the quarter. You can barely hear me over the crowd. 19-19 after one. Tom, what do you think?
She's a shootout. There's a lot of points being piled up. Normally the Huskies wouldn't be in a game when the shootout with the Big Reds, but today they're hanging with them, making great passes to the hoop, getting the points when they need them. They're all knotted up. It's basically 0-0 with 3 quarters to go.
And much of that first quarter was basically the Huskies, as I just said, fighting back, trying to cut into this Big Red lead. Maybe now with it tied, as you said, fresh game. It's 3 quarters, 3 quarters new now, 1 quarter old.
Well, all I know is you need to stay tight with the Big Reds, or they'll run you. And they can put up some points. The Huskies doing a great job at keeping the game and the tempo down and putting some points up when they need to.
Well, as we've said, a huge crowd on hand. Lots and lots of people. Band on the Port Huron Northern side. Quite a few interesting signs, too, we should mention over there in the Husky bench.
My favorite, Weimer. They just call him Money.
Money, yeah. Money in the bank, as they say when they shoot. We haven't seen, well, I was just going to say we haven't seen Bill Said, but he's checked in now. But
there you go.
There's a good luck Bill over there as well. Back to the game, Flowers. 3-point try, no. And there is Said bringing it up now. $19 all. Second quarter just started. They get it into Korf. Missed. Andy Grant somehow ends up with the rebound. Nice interior pass.
And that's why the Huskies, that's what the Huskies have to do to stay in this game. Smart basketball, good passes.
Roger Williams standing right there. Fine pass from Grant. Back the other way. Collier up and in for the Big Reds. 21 all. You gotta love this.
Not really what I expected either.
Ledesma to Williams. Guarded pretty heavily. Almost stolen Collier. Up in Korf. I tell you, that kid just makes it look so easy when he takes it to the lane. Nate Cookie Korf, the deuce.
Well, he's an athlete. He's a smooth guy. Really knows how to get down into the nitty-gritty.
Miller pull up 3, yes. Speaking of a guy who makes it look easy, there you go.
That's just a cool, collected play right there.
Ledesma fouled, yes. The perfect answer. And he'll go to the line and shoot 1 plus the hoop there. Well, they're not going to call the bucket, I guess.
Big Red foul charge to number 50, Adam Hoskins.
Foul is to number 50, another guy checking in for the Big Reds, or just checked in anyway, Adam Hoskins.
So that's another thing the Huskies are going to have to do. They're going to have to answer the big motion plays. When they drain the 3, they got to get the momentum back.
Williams got it. No. Off the rim. Rebound Field. Back the other way. Miller's with him. Outside Flowers. Flowers pull up jumper. Off rim. A rebound down there. Winkler out to Said, and back come the Huskies. Trailing the Big Reds by just 1. 24-23. Outside, Ledesma thinking about a 3. Puts it up. No. Off rim. Rebound back the other way. That is Roach. Roach got it. Thought about a pass. Puts up a 3. All net.
Well, he looked for a pass. Couldn't find one. Said, what the heck? I'm putting up the tray. And there it goes. Drained him for 3.
Well, Huskies have got to be concerned about Roach and Cook and how they shoot from the outside, You got to focus on the Millers, the Colliers, but those two can shoot.
Well, that's the hard part about this Big Red team, is that they are deep. A lot of times, you might have 3 guys that you really have to concentrate, but this Big Red team, you have to watch them all, or they're going to put some points on the board.
It's 27-23, a 4-point lead. 5:48 to play, first half. They inbound the ball, get their own rebound. Roger Williams with the deuce. And now just a 2-point game, 27-25. This now Cook outside Miller. Again, a pull-up jumper, all net. He is on fire. Well, the Huskies want a timeout. I guarantee you one of the first things they're going to say, Tom, stop somebody.
Yeah, well, you can't stop everybody on this Big Red team, that's obvious, but you need to stop a few of them.
Right.
You just can't let them keep draining points and draining points and draining points on you. CJ Miller just running wild out there, playing one of the better games we've seen him play this year, and that's a dangerous thing.
Right, and he's the somebody I'm indeed talking about, but he's kind of showing you everything he's got about his game, you know. He can go inside, he can shoot from the outside, he can steal. He's your prototypical point guard.
Well, he is, and he does a heck of a job, and the Huskies need to be concerned about him. It's a good timeout from Coach Jamison. Of course, always a smart coach. You got to take the tempo down.
We'll see what kind of play he designed coming off this one. Maybe credit him for this next hoop.
And I'm sure of epic proportion.
Throw in there, Weimer with it, directing traffic. He'll take it up, guarded by Miller. Boy, he loves to try for steals. Saeed, point guard for the Huskies. Now off Weimer, off glass. They get the rebound back the other way. Now come the Big Reds. Not everything falling for the Huskies. Miller, not sure what he was trying to do there. I think thought about a pass as he was in the air. Winkler got ups. Blocking foul against the Big Reds. That one gonna go against, I believe, Marty Cook, number 30. And the Big Red fans do not like it at all.
I think they're calling for Lou.
Yeah, Lou's a popular guy in many sporting events.
I didn't see him on the roster, but apparently they need him out there.
Chad Winkler hit the first as Anderson and Korf check in for the Huskies. Meanwhile, for the Big Reds, Collier has a seat for Jared Johnson. And Winkler to put up the second one. No, instead the rebound, Jared Johnson. And Miller will take it up again. 29-26, just under 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Big Reds on top, Battle of Port Huron. Johnson looking around, trying to find somebody to pass to, gets it to Roach. Now out Miller, again pull-up jumper, off rim. Rebound Korf, back the other way. He's certainly having his share of jump shots in the early going anyway, Miller. Weimer to Anderson, now inside Korf. Lost the ball, got it back, up and in. He really doesn't panic down there at all, does he?
Well, no, he likes to stay nice and cool and calm, and they're going to have to. They need to stay within a few, at least 4 points of this Big Red team.
This Korf, quite an athlete, and he's got the size to go with it, too. Quarterback in football,
Well, generally, if the guy is your quarterback, he is your athlete.
Big Reds try an interior pass, stolen back the other way. Weimer inside Anderson. He missed. And this is Marty Cook with the basket. He missed. Missed the open layup. And with the fans that he's really going to hear about it. I can't hear myself think.
Well, the thing is, in a game like basketball, when the ball is bouncing and it's only you and the ball in the basket, all of a sudden you realize there's all kinds of eyes watching you. That's got to be the hardest shot in basketball, one-on-one with the basket.
Especially when you're pressured there with somebody behind you running after you. MacArthur, who's checked in for the Huskies. Winkler, now Korf. Outside MacArthur. Anderson actually thought about a three. He's their big man. Off glass, he's hacked hard. He'll go to the line there.
Thought it had a chance to go.
You gotta like these big men thinking about a three at all times tonight.
Well, I like it any time when someone's trying to drain the 3-point. That's why they paint the line.
Yeah, it's there for a reason. It was actually Korf, I guess, who got inside there. At the line, he'll shoot one. Foul on Jared Johnson for the Big Reds, his first.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm Coach Jamison, I don't know if I'm real happy with my free throw shooting today. lost a couple of easy points. You got to drain those free throws when you get them.
Well, timeout, I believe the Big Reds called it. So with 3:15 to play now in the first half, 29-28. Big Reds holding on to a slim 1-point game. What do you think? The kind of game you expected, Hudge?
Oh no, not at all. I really thought the Big Reds were, on such a roll that they would really put a shellacking on the Huskies. The Huskies are doing exactly what they need to do. They're keeping it close. They're going to have to. Port Huron High, better athletes. Port Huron Huskies really probably the more strategic team, and they have to keep it close or the Big Reds will just take it away.
Well, I said one of the keys to winning for Port Huron Northern, excellent play out of their swingmen. I said those 3 swingmen were Winkler, Korf, and Weimer. We're certainly seeing some excellent play out of Korf. You kind of sense he's the leader of this team. And he's tied it, 29-all now. Miller's got the basketball, as usual, dribbling up, wants it to Collier. Collier takes it in. Too good a defense, you gotta admire that. Anderson, Winkler waiting for him, he got the rebound. Now out Weimer, stolen back the other way, here come the Big Reds. And now taken from Miller, going both ways, Mike MacArthur up and he got it.
Well, there you go, the Huskies sticking with him again.
Yeah, and in case you folks out there couldn't hear me because of the crowd so loud, that was Mike MacArthur with the deuce. Miller tried to dribble in, I believe he was fouled. A pushing off call actually here.
And to tell you the truth, if I'm the Port Huron High Big Reds, I may be a little bit concerned right now. I think it's a closer game than even they thought it was going to be.
They throw this one into Collier. And I think they're saying he walked. Well, here's the part where, as the Big Reds, you got to keep your discipline and your composure.
Yep, absolutely. If you lose it now and go down by a bunch of points, you may not have the ability to come back.
Huskies throwing it around all over. Weimer with the NBA 3 right there.
That was deep.
He was about his own length away from that three-point line.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean, he must have been 6 foot out.
Whew. He can shoot. They call him money, and why not? Field, jumper, off the rim. Rebound there, Roach. He was hacked. Well, Coach Jamieson down there for the Huskies. Basically, you could hear him from up here screaming that, Roach was the only one down there standing there. You got to get him away from the boards. I mean, that's an offensive rebound opportunity there, and
Absolutely.
that's big.
And those are some of the statistics you have to get to beat this Big Red team. You need to get the rebounds. You need to get your free throws.
34-29, Huskies on top. Field up, in. Now just a 3-point lead. Under 2 minutes to play, first half, 34-31. Huskies, they've really played a solid first half, and that's exactly what they have to do to beat the Big Reds. Weimer again from outside. 3-point try, no. Far bounce out to Miller, he's got it. Great pass, off glass, no. Roach missed. Miller, solid job on the rebound, and the ball is out on Winkler. You talk about effort, there you go.
Well, actually, what I'm seeing right now is the Huskies actually just need to play their game. They need to go down. They quit shooting the three-pointers. Just get the points like you got them before.
They throw the ball into Marty Cook. Cook off a screen and roll. Tries to get the ball inside. Now off Roach. Roach in, all nets. 34-33, it's down to a 1-point lead.
Boy, he has a nice shot. That's textbook shot right there.
Certainly the kind of game we expected. Crosstown rivals, Huskies and the Big Reds, 34-33 now. Weimer on a perfect answer. There's the money we talked about, shooting like that. I mean, he's hitting NBA threes. That's way beyond the mark there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing you got to practice at home.
4-point lead now, Huskies. You can see the Huskies have really upped their defense, particularly on Miller. And we said they might have to do that.
Well, they have to. You have to stop him or you're going to be in trouble.
Miller up to Weimer. He tripped and fell.
Heck of an effort, though.
Right. And it's Big Red basketball.
That was one of those cases where your feet just slipped with underneath you. All you can do is put the ball up in the air, hoping it drains.
Huskies checking in Williams and also Vince Ledesma. 24.2 on the clock, 37-33, a 4-point lead. Miller inbounds the ball. And now this is Cook with it, directing traffic, telling Roach to set up. Field down low, fouled.
And now Port Huron High, actually, the team slowing down the tempo.
And Collier hasn't really been involved yet for the Big Reds. They're only down by 4, but he's one of these guys that's got to be involved.
Well, you know, sometimes it's difficult when you have so many good athletes on your team to get everybody involved. You know, you need to get your big guys involved, though. You're right. You have to get the guys who you depend on for the W's in.
Huskies showing some strong defense today. That's one of the reasons maybe why Collier has not been involved. Biga back in for the Big Reds now. And Field at the line. He'll shoot a couple. Foul was on Thad Anderson, his first. 1-on-1 situation. He got his own rebound there, or at least Thad Anderson got the rebound. Out MacArthur. All kinds of speed. He threw it right into Roach. And that, folks, is the end of the first half. 37-33. Port Huron Northern Huskies on top of visiting Port Huron High Big Reds. Tom, a very strong first half, I thought, particularly defensively by the Huskies, but we saw a great one back and forth.
Well, you would think that the running game, the Huskies would be down 10 points. But what a great transition game they've come around to have. Good passing, good smart shots, staying calm. They've got the Big Reds back on their heels. The Big Reds want to get back in this game. They really got to take control, or the Huskies might pull one off here.
Well, folks, that right there is the first half, 37-33. Huskies on top of the Big Reds. This is CPHS, Channel 6. We'll see you second half, folks. Welcome back to Port Huron Northern High School, where at the half, the Huskies lead the Big Reds 37-33. Battle of Port Huron, everything we thought it would indeed be. How you doing, everyone? Once again, joining you, Derek Work, the Big D, Hyde, Tom, Hyde. Well, Tom, we saw a very entertaining first half. Some of the keys, key play out of the swing men, I said for the Huskies, big key, Korf 15, Weimer 9, Winkler just 1, but a combined 25 of the 37 points they have. They're huge.
Well, absolutely. The Huskies are playing a well-rounded game right now. The Big Reds just trying to stay in this game, wait and get enough distance to make a good strike at it.
Korf got the ball right away. He leads all scorers, 15 points. As I mentioned, missed there, but rebound Winkler. They get into Korf again. Field adjusts on the D down low. Korf got his own rebound, off glass, fouled Field to the line, Korf.
Well, eventually you're going to get a foul. You keep getting your own rebound, putting it up. Eventually they're going to blow the whistle no matter what.
Oh, that was a human stat film there. What do you get, 4 rebounds?
3 or 4, yeah.
Well, for the other side, the Big Reds trailing, as we mentioned, by 4. C.J. Miller, 12. Roach, 8. C.J. Miller had a fantastic first half. Obviously, if you folks watched it, we don't have to tell you that.
Well, I kind of jumped on the C.J. Miller bandwagon, I think as well as you did. Just playing a great game, one of the best ones we've seen at least this year. And he's going to have to keep doing that to keep into this game with the Huskies that are now starting to pull away. They're up by 6.
Yeah, Korf hit them both. He now has 17, but I said they have to get Josh Collier going, and we'll see if that indeed happens. But the PHN defense, you got to give them credit. They've really been strong.
Oh, they have, and you can tell it's been something they've absolutely worked on, knowing they're going to play this Big Red team.
I said another key to winning for the Huskies, it's got to last, plain and simple. I mean, they're known to kind of, you know, take it easier in the third quarter and the fourth. You know, a consistent full 4-quarter game, we'll see.
You have to give 4 quarters against the Big Reds. If you don't, you lose. Right now, the Huskies have put in 2 great quarters.
Weimer with the ball, keeps thinking about a 3, no. Dishes it off instead, Korf down low, blocked Field. Korf hustling hard, got his own rebound. Off the block, actually. Grant's up, in, all net.
Well, Corp did a great job of following the shot. Get to the rim after you shoot it. You'll get the rebound.
41-33 now. They've come out, scored 2 straight hoops. The Huskies have. Perfect answer, at least a try. Adam Roach in and out. That's frustrating.
Now, see, this is where the Port Huron Big Reds are going to have to keep calm, keep collected, realize that they have the personnel to come back.
Roach the steal. I tell you, that's a fantastic hustle there to get back by Grant.
Absolutely. A lot of times I think you tend to, if something happens like that, to get a little frustrated with yourself and kind of have a little pity party for a second. But he did. He got on his horse and he got him down to the, chased him down and caught him.
Right, and if I'm the Husky bench, I congratulate him on a fine hustle.
Oh, yeah.
You like to see that as a team.
Oh, absolutely. I'd rather see a bunch of guys hustling like that and lose than have a bunch of guys just slough around and win.
6:18 now to play in the third quarter, 41-33. It's an 8-point lead. And the Big Reds trailing. I'm sure not something they're completely familiar with, but we'll see if they can indeed come back here.
Well, this will be a good test for them. You need to, you're 13-3. You don't have a lot of experience in losing. It's not a bad thing all the time to be behind and struggle to get back, because it gives you a taste of what it's like and what you need to do and the level you need to be at to do so.
But it's obvious that they are indeed a big play basketball team. Do you sense we haven't seen the big play in general yet from them to get them fired up, to get them going?
Well, a team like the Big Reds seem to usually have like an aura about them where you can see that any minute now it's going to just explode into something we've never seen before. And today they just haven't been able to get that going.
Solid D by the Huskies and Coach Jamison. You got to credit them. They inbound the ball to Field. Nice dish-off pass down low right there. That's Marty Cook, got the deuce. Grant back the other way for the Huskies. Off to Weimer. This side, yes, and count it, and he'll go to the line.
Well, a lot of times when your team is on a roll like that, you'll get the fall. You'll get that ball to fall when normally it might not have.
43-35 now. This would put them up by 9. CJ Miller got him. Big Reds, his second foul. Also their second team foul. Weimer rolls off the rim, rebound Collier, and he'll take it himself. Takes it in himself, up, and I'm not sure they counted the hoop. I think the foul happened before it. I think they grabbed him there. Now they're just going to throw that in, but maybe out on the Huskies there even. They're calling it on Corf. Big Reds inbound the ball. Pile up over there, down low. Pretty good effort by Weimer and Field, but possession arrow favors the Huskies.
I tell you what, I like the way Field is playing today. He's got that slightly twisted ankle that he had in the first period. Still playing tough, still going for the tough rebounds.
Well, Josh Collier guilty of goaltending. What are you going to do?
Well, we got a pretty good shot of it up here. You never complain about the effort that a guy like that gives you. Hey, you're playing aggressive. I don't mind that if I'm the coach. Go up and get there.
Corf now with 19. Certainly Collier hustling down there, that's for sure. Miller threw it right into the hands of Thad Anderson. Back to the way come the Huskies, and he throws it to Roach. Roach up court to Field. Oh, he went for the jam. Rebound Miller. No. Lots of excitement going both ways, and a timeout. Oh, the coaches can't let it go like that. I mean, it was real fast tempo there.
Well, you're right, and it looks like Collier got up with a little bit of a limp.
I tell you something, and we should know it, but I can't think of who is under there right now, but would you want to get in the way of Field going up for a jam like that?
Well, you have to. It's your job out there. I'm not,
Sometimes you just got to let them have the deuce. Fabulous defense, though, to avoid it.
Yep.
You love to see the jam tries, though, don't you?
Well, you do, I guess. I I've always been more of a traditionalist when it comes to that kind of stuff. I say you get the definite 2.
The Dumar strategy, huh? Grant outside Winkler. Winkler just 1 point in this game, not been a real huge factor. Weimer unloads, tries the 3, no. Korf got the rebound, nice hustle. Grant, fine dribbler, tries to take the lane, got hacked. I believe Roach committed that foul.
I'll tell you what the Huskies have to be careful of right now is these long cross-court passes. The Big Reds are just too quick and they're picking them off.
Just the first on Roach, but the third team personal. Oh, Grant out there thought about the tray. Instead, they inbound the ball. Now Thad Anderson down low, yes. Got the hoop off the rim. Don't look now, a 12-point lead. Are they playing well or what?
Well, they are. They're playing very good technical basketball. And a lot of times, technical basketball and playing it like it's supposed to be done will get you the win.
Miller penetrates. He's just trying to create something right now. Gets it out. And he did, actually. John Halliday, who has checked in, his first hoop of the game.
Well, somebody on the Big Red's going to have to step up and try to get something to work.
Well, he's the man to do it. He's their leader. Oh, that happened away from the basketball there. A blocking foul called on the Huskies. Just under 4 minutes to play now. 47-37, 10-point game.
Well, here's the chance for the Big Reds to try to get back into this game, bring it within 10.
Well, Collier just checked back in for Jared Johnson, so we'll see if he can do something here for them. Do you sense they've really got to start taking it one basket at a time here? I mean,
well, they do. There's no need to panic right now. They've got the personnel to pile up the points. Don't panic. Just get your 2 points.
But they don't look real calm at this point.
Well, they don't. They look a little bit shaken. I don't think they're used to being manhandled like they're being in this third quarter.
Field blocked that, Anderson.
And the crowd, one side of the crowd loves that, the other side hates it. That's the great thing about a crosstown rivalry game like this. Is in the middle, it's loud.
Well, above all, I think Anderson blocked that because he knew exactly what was coming.
Right. No, that's smart play.
Collier out to Roach, puts up a 3, off the rim. Ball bounces way out to C.J. Miller, being double teamed. Thought about going in. Still is, pull-up jumper. No. Rebound there, Collier. Down low, fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Well, the offensive rebounding ability of the Port Huron High Big Reds coming back in full force that time. You throw enough shots up, you're going to get some points. And as long as you can keep getting the rebounds, you're in good shape.
Yeah, even by accident, you can get points sometimes.
And there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Yeah, 3:11 to play in just the third quarter. Keep that in mind, 10-point lead. Collier trying to cut into it, make it single digits. Got the first. Kind of a kind roll there for him. And Biga checks back in, this time for Miller. Gets a bit of a hand. He refuses to high-five any of his teammates. A little disgusted with his play over there, I think. Second shot by Collier, off the rim. Out of bounds, Big Reds. I believe Biga touched it last. You wouldn't know it from this angle.
No. Well, I thought for sure it was going to swing the other way.
Grant hustled up court at first, then looked behind him to make sure he knew where Roach was. Gives off to Weimer. Try to get inside. Anderson, good pass to Korf. Blocked from behind. Roach, nice job. Look at the big man go, huh? Gotta like that.
Oh, a little.
And the pull-up and the jumper. How about it?
A little shake and bake, a little give and take to the hoop and take the points.
47-40. One of your lines? You ain't seen shake and bake like that since what? Some good chicken. They call jump ball, arrow of possession favors the Huskies.
And actually it was, if Fields is going to bring the shake and bake, we might as well grab the pork chops.
All righty. They inbound the ball, Holiday with it. Big Reds trailing by 7. They're getting the momentum back here very slowly. Ledesma tries to check off Roach. Now guarded pretty tightly out there. Reaching in call as they try to get it to field. Ledesma checked that, I believe Anderson reached in. And that is his second personal and the team fourth on the Huskies. They inbound the ball. Field from outside, shot the 3 off the rim. Well, Grant tried to inbound that ball, threw it right to a Big Red there. Now back in, Holiday. Up, no. Fighting hard for the rebound, down low, that's Field. Smartly throws it off the Husky to get that ball back. That's a good play there.
Well, the Huskies, they have to start getting some of these rebounds. The points will slide away from them if you're going to just keep giving up rebounds.
Well, that was a very smart play there. Good presence of mind to know where his defender was to throw that ball off. Biga almost loses the ball. Saeed after it. Biga has the ball. Pull-up jumper. Off the rim. No. Nice tip in there by Collier. That's why it's such an advantage in basketball to be big. Get that arm up there and tap her in just that easily. Weimer penetrating. Off the glass. No, he traveled. Well, they don't like that call at all.
Well, you know, anytime you get aggressive, things could go a bit of astray, and all he did is maybe dragged his foot a bit much. They called it on him. Good shot, good attitude to get toward to the basket.
Second timeout. Northern.
Well, Northern calls a timeout, maybe to settle them down after that one, but fine play by Weimer, just no luck.
Well, the Huskies were on such a roll, and it just seemed like all the momentum, everything was going their way. And the Big Reds, keeping presence of mind, have really come back. Strong rebounding has gotten them here. 47-42 right now. Big Reds still in this game with a quarter plus to go.
And I like this timeout if you're Coach Jamison here. You want to settle them down, keep their composure because they're playing a whale of a game.
Yeah.
You don't want to wake these guys up.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. And the Huskies playing one of the better games we've seen this year.
We'll see if that can indeed continue with a 5-point lead here now. A minute 28 to play, third quarter. Biga carries the ball up. Guarded heavily by Saeed, as you'd expect. Just over a minute to play now, third quarter. Outside Field. Boy, he's taking the ball out there a lot today. Passes to Collier. Jam, baby! Put it up, put it down. You know the crowd loves that.
Well, they've been waiting for that for a while.
Collier given the X sign.
And it might be just what this Big Red team needed to get back into this game. A little bit of spirit put back into them.
Right, I said it. They're a big play team. That could be the big play that gets them going.
Well, some teams go on technical basketball. Some teams run on skill. Some are emotion. I think emotion is a big part of this Big Red team. And when things are going heavy their way, I think they're unstoppable. And maybe this was the key to the gateway that'll get them the momentum back on their side.
When you can jam like that at the high school level, you wonder what kind of future you got, I'll tell you. Weimer with the basketball. 47-44, they lead by just 3 with just under a minute to play, third quarter. Saeed looks inside, nice job, Corp to get open. Hit pretty hard too. He'll shoot one. What a game, and the big question you ask yourself as you watch this game and going into the fourth quarter, maybe even rooting for it in a way just to see a great fourth quarter. Can the Big Reds come back and tie this baby?
Well, they've come back quite a bit in this quarter alone. It's going to be a fist fight.
Jared Johnson checking back in for Field. Field is kind of limping, if you notice there, going off, so it's still kind of affecting him.
Well, he rolled that ankle pretty well in the first period, but really has played a whale of a game.
Gutsy, and he's still certainly moving well with the ball.
Well, we saw him take it coast to coast and drain it.
Korf got them both. He's got to have over 20 now. Something like 23 for Korf.
Well, he really is taking them to the net today.
Just about half their points. He gets a breather over there. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. 49-44, a 5-point lead. Halliday checks off, now gets it back. Now outside, Biga. Halliday again, a lot of bench players out there right now for the Big Reds. Puts up a three, no. Rebound, Roger Williams, that's a big one. 20 seconds now in the third quarter. 15 seconds, 14, they gotta hurry here. Weimer tries to pass that ball in, throws it out of bounds. And Coach Jamieson down here yelling at Weimer to settle down, slow down. You had more time than that.
Yeah, well, he got a little nervous, saw the points running, the time running down.
4 seconds left in the third quarter. 3, 2, 1. Shot is blocked. They put it up anyway. And Jared Johnson still almost hit it.
Well, you know, it's going to be an emotional fourth quarter. These two teams are going to go at each other's throats. This is going to be one of the best quarters we're going to see all game. Huskies need to keep the pace on their side. Nice, calm, cool, collected game. Port Huron High wants to get that run and shoot kind of offense going. It should be a heck of a fourth quarter.
And while we have this chance, we might as well start with the Port Huron High Big Reds. Some of these seniors we have to say goodbye to, being as this is the last Channel 6 game, basketball. Marty Cook, Hoskins, Adam Hoskins, Jared Johnson, the man who just threw that ball up and just about got her to pop there before the end of the third quarter. CJ Miller, well, you can't say what they're gonna miss in that, because if you've watched this game, you know.
Well, you lose two things with him. You lose a senior and you lose your leader.
Aurelio Pena, 5'5", certainly a big boost to this team when he's in there, and fine bench support. Adam Roach as well, good outside shooter. We'll get to the Husky seniors in just a bit. But on the whole, what's your assessment of the third quarter in this game in general?
Well, the Big Reds needed to pull together at the end there and put some points on, because if they would have went into the fourth quarter being down 12 or 14, that's a really big hill to climb. Now they're not down by so much. They'll need to just get back into their game tempo and play the game.
Throw in now, Saeed. Korf. Saeed outside again. Now top of the key, Weimer, straight on look, off the rim. Not one of the better shooting days from out there for Weimer. He hit a few, but you know how he can shoot.
Well, you know, his percentage is much higher than he's had today.
Roach from outside drains it. Don't look now, it's a two-point basketball game.
Oh, that's the fun thing about a three-point shot.
In truth, you know, the first time these two teams played, I thought Port Huron Northern had the game and they let it go. I'm sensing that might happen again.
Well, I thought they played much better.
Winkler for the three, rebound Collier, and they traveled with the rebound. That's tough, I'll tell you.
You see, what you have to do if you're the Port Huron High Big Reds is you don't live and die by the three-pointer as a team. So you don't need to do it down. Have confidence in your talent that you can go and get those 2 points time and time again. Leave the three-point shooting to the team that needs it.
Winkler has been silent in this game. Simply put, reach-in call there. That's Jared Johnson for the foul. I believe his third foul. Team sixth foul though, so they got to watch that to be in the penalty here very shortly. 49-47, just over 7 minutes to play in the game. Williams off the inbound pass. Jumper off the rim. Rebound outside. Ball goes back to the Huskies. Check that, the Big Reds. And this, believe it or not, folks, we haven't said this in, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. This to tie. Miller spin move, no, instead he throws the ball away and he's not happy with himself. Winkler, now Saeed on the pick and roll, inside Williams, no.
And
Rebound.
If you're the Huskies, you need to get these points off a turnover. You know, I mean, the Big Reds have such talent. When they make a mistake, you need to capitalize.
6.5 minutes to go now. 49-47, a 2-point lead. Collier, jump shot, off the rim. And back to the way, long pass, Winkler. Overthrew Korf, who threw it right in the hands of Collier. Back the other way, fast break. And that one is stolen. Sloppy play. They could have slowed that down.
Yeah, and the Huskies need to.
Miller guarding Saeed very closely. Roach almost had a steal. Williams now to Korf. Korf thought about the pass, takes it in now. Hacked. We heard that one from up here.
Yeah, that even sounded like a foul.
Certainly wasn't the ball making that noise.
No, it's a very distinct sound when skin hits skin like that.
5:51 to play, fourth quarter, 49-47, still a 2-point lead. Huskies trying to grow on that. And Korf, his first try, and missed. The limping Field.
Well, he's got a hot hand tonight, though. I put him back in, too. If it's not injured too terribly bad, I put him back in.
Yeah, it's funny with him because he's limping when he's leaving and entering the game, but not when he's got the basketball.
Well, Coach Mark Dickinson knows what he's doing. He knows his players.
.5:44 now to play. Miller had the ball up. No, rebound Field. Now back to Miller. Missed rim completely. And back the other way they come. This is Grant. Grant, they try to pick from Williams there. Now they get it to Williams. Inside. Anderson takes it hard in there. Blocked. Collier tries another block. Rebound Field down low and they get it back. High pass to Miller. Yes. Off the glass and good. Don't look now. 1-point basketball game.
Well, points on the turnovers.
What a game, both sides of this court. Starting to get loud here too. Williams. One possession game again. Biggest lead, I believe, by the Huskies, 8. Grant got inside Korf. Korf fouled by Roach. Korf and Anderson really take it down low there pretty hard, don't they?
Well, that's part of their game, physical play.
Great block there by Collier, might I add. He yelled at him too. He let him know about it. Might as well when you block. Not as easy as you think.
Well,
Blocking. Korf at the first. 2-point game now. The seniors leaving for the Huskies, Mike MacArthur, Bill Saeed, Winkler, Ledesma, and Korf. So they're a lot of their team leaving this year.
pretty thick with seniors.
Good news for them, their highly touted shooter Weimer. Wide open three, no. Goes for his own rebounds. Instead, Korf had it. Back outside now, Grant. 2-point basketball game. Weimer behind the back, up, off the rim, rebound Anderson. Came out to Korf. Open three, Grant, yes!
And we've done a lot of sports together for the Huskies and the Big Reds, and I've never seen a Husky crowd get this excited. They can sense a win here.
Yeah, it's getting loud in here, no doubt about it. 5-point game. Miller tries to answer. No, off the rim. Big rebound Collier, who settles it down.
See, I don't think you need to do that if you're a 2-point team. This Big Red team has got too much talent to panic. Just calm down, play your game.
Marty Cook, now Miller. Miller up, Miller in. Lead is back to 3 now. Big Reds have got to start playing some defense here. Anderson. Held there by Cook.
Held, handcuffed, straight jacket. He just took him down with him. He just wasn't going to allow that basket on his time.
Well, the Big Reds want a timeout here, so with 3:35 to play in the fourth quarter, 54-51, a three-point game. And as they announced the 50-50 draw, somebody's going to be very lucky tonight by all the fans in here. But this game far from over, Tom. You blink, you might miss something.
I tell you what, if you're just thinking about going and turning off the TV, going somewhere, don't. Keep it on. We're going to keep, this is going to be a heck of a remainder of the game. 3:35, probably the best 3:35 of basketball you're going to see from a high school team in anywhere.
115-184.
Yeah, we shall see. Korf, obviously the big scorer of this game, 20, something like 24. He's got to have 25 now. He has been sensational, and he's taken it hard to the inside. He's demonstrated some good outside shooting as well in the early going into the season, but today he's been a strong force down low.
Well, you know, it's nice for a guy like that to be able to play both ends. Like, I mean, you know, to do a few things well, you know, just makes you that much more of a great leader and a basketball player out on the court. When you can hit from down low and out on the three-point land, and
especially with doing all that and having the senior leadership, certainly.
Well, sure,
something nice to see. Thad Anderson at the line. First shot is up, first shot is in.
Every shot now is important.
55-51, a 4-point lead. 2 possessions either way. This to make it a 2 and a 3. No, off the rim. But look who got the rebound. Ledesma for the Huskies. Weimer pulls up, fouled.
Oh, you almost wanted to give him a point for effort there.
Oh, Collier got him, I think. His third. And the Big Reds are now in the penalty. That certainly does not help them any. 10 team fouls. Weimer at the line, misses the first. That's just a tough roll there.
And by the look on his face, he's upset with himself that he missed it. He knows every shot right now is important. You can actually sense it in the Northern's crowd that they know that they're not in the clear on this game.
5-point lead now again. Big Reds have not tied this basketball game in probably, I'd say, what, 20 minutes of it? Field tries to penetrate, but he got slapped. No doubt. By the looks of things, Thad Anderson got him.
Well, you like the effort that guy's given today. Fields just playing outside of what he even normally does, and he's a good ball player all the time, but today trying to step it up for his team.
Kind of what you'd call an unsung hero, really.
I think so, especially on a team like that where talent can be hidden and eclipsed by other teammates. When a guy can really step it up in a game that's maybe not going your way totally, that's important.
It's one problem with having a man that size shooting hoops. You want him down there to get the rebound. He missed them both, just missed getting a rebound as well, but it goes to Korf.
That last one almost taunting around the rim.
I would think they got to stop him here. The momentum is in their favor at this point. Weimer with it, thinking about what to do. Gives off Grant. Now to Korf. Korf tries to throw it in. Blocked by Field. Grant now again to Korf. Trying to get that ball down low. Korf got his own ball back. Threw it away, but now the rebound instead. Back the other way, Cook.
Good clean block by Fields there.
Cook just threw it right into the hands of Korf. Weimer up and in. It's pretty hard to hear yourself think, should the Huskies hold on to win this one, you think what a gutsy win and performance this has been.
Well, it's an upset if they do. I don't think anyone would rebuke that. I mean, it's an upset if the Huskies win this game.
Yeah, and they've won it on pure hustle. They are out hustling the Big Reds.
Well, they are. And
defensively especially.
Well, defensively they played great basketball today. They're playing a good textbook how to play basketball here. Coach Jameson has really prepared them well for this game.
And I think he'll be pleased, or is he one of these guys that isn't pleased with these kind of things? Until you win the championship, that type of thing.
You know, he's of course going to be pleased with a win. Every coach wants the championship. There's no doubt about that. But a guy like Coach Davidson, that they'll be 9-8 on the season. I think he'll be pleased if they come away with more W's than losses.
It's all but over now, 58-51.
Well, you're going to see this crowd explode when that final buzzer sounds.
Well, it's a big deal, you know, especially because in game one,
well, that
I can't even hear myself think right now. I'm just pausing.
Well, that and the fact that the Big Reds are 13-3. This is not a bad team they're beating, and they're not playing bad either. Port Huron High is not playing a bad game. The Huskies are just a little bit better today.
Right, and Northern in game one did lose, so this is a big game because of that.
Oh yeah, well it's one of those things when you're a kid, you want to play another game for the rubber match.
59-51, Big Reds need a hoop bad right away. Collier, Miller now. Miller putting up a desperation three off the rim, rebound Korf. That should just about do it. Minute and a half to play. Weimer got the ball, now to Ledesma. I would think the Big Reds would start fouling here.
Well, they're going to have to.
Yeah, Field grabbed him.
Big red foul, charge number 34, Richard Field, his fourth.
So what do you think, some players of the game? I think really a real gutsy performance by Fields. He'd certainly get unsung hero.
Well, Fields would definitely have my Iron Man award for gutsy play anyway. CJ Miller, in my vote, is the one that always leads this team. And I think he did a good job today for the Big Reds. He just may come up a bit short. On the Husky side, well, that's I know I do this quite a bit, but as a team, they played great defense. So I would, if I had to give a player or players of the game, it's the whole defensive squad for the Huskies. Really played well.
Yeah, I agree with you, but you just can't not give it to Korf. I think he's been sensational in this game. I really do. He's been a hustler. He's been everywhere the ball is. I said inside, outside, but mostly inside tonight, and he's been a hustler. Very aggressive.
It's a great choice.
Thank you. And on the other side, like I said, you could have gave it to Miller maybe in the first half, but they've done a great job shutting him down.
He's so tough on the dribble, and his defense is stick to you defense. There's no doubt. That's what we call him, the Gnat. It's got to be aggravating to play against him.
Yeah, I'll give it to Fields. Nice effort by him, certainly tonight. And they had the second, 61-51, 10-point lead, a minute 21 to play here in the game. Certainly, again, big thanks to all the staff, CPHS Channel 6, Big Fella in the Truck, E.J. Shea, all basketball season long. Ed Sinek, always. To yourself, Hyge, Tom Hyge, thank you.
And yourself.
Yes.
Foul, charge number 32, missed the net.
It's being our last basketball game of the year, and I've really enjoyed the basketball this year. It's been really competitive, yeah.
A new experience for us both.
Who knows about the playoffs? You know, maybe.
Yeah, well, we can only hope.
Yep. By the way, the experience was already there. Thank you. Out of bounds there?
Was this your first year in basketball?
No. But thank you for noticing. A 10-point lead.
It just seems so natural.
Well, thank you. Weimer with it as they inbound the ball. Less than a minute to play. So again, thanks to everybody at Channel 6 for making this season possible. CPHS, continued leader in Port Huron High School athletics, boys and girls. Got tennis season coming up, I guess track and field. And I hear we'll be back to do some baseball, maybe some softball games.
Yeah,
so.
that'd be all right. I don't know if we need, I don't think we could do tennis.
Right.
I'm not sure even how I would start to research how to call that.
If you had the accent going, maybe, you know, love 30,
Yeah, well,
like the Wimbledon folk.
just doesn't sound official.
No, not out of my mouth, especially. 62-51, Ledesma splits them. 11-point lead. How about the Huskies, folks? Gutsy win, and they got to be pleased with this. Here they go again. Speaking of guts, Weimer. That'll do it. 64-51, final 30 seconds of this one.
And it's a big win, too. I mean, this isn't a game where they only squeaked one out by 2 at the last second. They've really played well since the second quarter. This is the first game we've seen them give a total effort for 4 quarters, and this is what the Huskies get at the end of it. It's a big win against a team that's really tough.
Well, Collier tries to do a little bit of show there. 64-53 now. The lead is 11. I believe Big Red's called timeout, but that's just to make it interesting or what have you.
Well, the crowd is starting to file out. I think you're going to see more Big Reds fans than Northern. The Northern's going to sit back and celebrate, and deservedly so. Big win.
Yeah, and Big Reds can handle this loss. I mean, 13-4 now does not kill them.
Well, I tell you what it does. It actually probably in the long run is a good thing. Losing later in the season like this means that you have to come to play every single game. And going into the playoffs, they're going to need to. They need to know that you have to play every single second of every single game. So sometimes a loss isn't a bad thing.
Actually, my fear with the Pistons right now is that, with the streak they're on, and you got to lose sometime.
Well, I really am a firm believer that it will make this Big Red team a better team.
Well, there's a lot of people here leaving, but they got to get off the court. I mean, there's people standing on the court.
Yeah. Ignoring the last 18.1 seconds, they just and the home team can be penalized for that.
Right. Interesting. You never really see fans jump on the court. What's this about now?
Well, a foreign debris rained down on the floor.
The very popular foreign object.
You got to watch anything they walk on, they can slip.
15 seconds to play now. Bringing it up court, Weimer. Now 9 seconds. They're just going to let this one go. That will more than likely be it for this one. 4 seconds, 3, 2. Congratulations, Huskies.
Big
You got to
win.
like that.
Big win.
So the Port Huron Northern Huskies go to 9-8 on the season. 13-4, the Big Reds. The final score, 64-53. Tom Hyja, your final assessment and for the year, basically, for basketball.
Just a big win for the Huskies. Way to wrap it up at the end. The ending of your season. Get a big win against the Big Reds. Big Reds, they're going to have life in the playoffs. They'll do fine. This is a good thing for them. They'll learn that losing will just make you better. Overall, great fist fight. That's about it for the Huskies and the Big Reds. Great season for both.
Okay, so a final thank you to Channel 6, CPHS, 64-53. Huskies walk away with a fine victory here, the rivalry game, the end of the season. Take care of yourselves, folks. Again, great season in basketball.